Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Vumile Dwaba, and yeah, thank you so much for subscribing, for liking. So I finally decided to do my birth story video. When I look back now, I think I had the most beautiful birth anyone could ever have. I mentioned in my first video of 2019 that my birth was exactly how I asked God to be. But obviously it wasn't without pain. But actually, let me start from the beginning. So on week 37, hubby and I went to the expo. We went and we got some stuff, and my mom kept telling me, please pack your hospital bag because anything could happen. And I was just ignoring it, you know. I was just like, oh, I'll pack it. I've still got like 3 weeks or so to go. And then on the night we came back from the expo, I think it was Friday night, I came back and I decided, you know what, let me listen to mommy and pack my bags. And I decided to pack my bags and I got ready. And Nuri's room wasn't done by then. It was only getting done on Wednesday afternoon. So hubby and I were going on holiday. Okay, he was working in Bat Plus, and we're like, you know what, let's make it our last vacation and let's go have fun. Let's go spend the last few days together, you know, no disturbance, and let's have some fun. And then so we packed our bags on Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoon we drove to Bat Plus. The road was smooth. We were having a great time singing. I think Global Citizen was playing and I was watching it on my laptop, streaming on the road. And then we got to the hotel. We got some supper. We had a good time. We did some great marriage things. We had fun, and then hubby had to leave obviously because he had to go work. Then he left. Then I was alone in the hotel, carried on watching Global Citizen, and then he came back, and then we had some more fun, and then we slept. So normally in my pregnancy, I'd wake up at about 3 times in a night. They actually write that the number of times you wake up at night to pee is preparation for when and how many times your baby's gonna wake up. Because literally Nuri used to wake up at the exact same times. So wake up, go pee, wake up, go pee. At 4:30 in the morning, my last wake up, I wake up, I'm pressed, I need to pee so badly. And then I check the bed and I'm like, oh my gosh, did I pee myself? But I'm like, no ways, it's not possible. I need to pee now. So I wake Brendan up. I'm like, Brendan, did you pee on yourself? He also wakes up in shock because he doesn't understand what's going on. He wakes up and he checks. He's like, oh my gosh, no, I didn't. And he feels himself and he didn't. So it doesn't click. I go to the bathroom and I pee. Afterwards, after peeing from the bathroom, I come back and I see water start trickling down. And I remember, oh my gosh, I read in one of my apps that normally when your water breaks, it's not going to be like boo, a gushing sound like the movies and like a huge puddle. It's normally going to be a trickling water. So it was trickling down my thigh, and that's when it clicked. And this was around, around 4 in the morning. So I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, I think my water just broke. And she's like, Njani? And I'm like, I don't know, I woke up, but I'm not sure. And Brendan's busy Googling and like, he's losing his mind a bit, but I'm calm, you know. And he's like, babe, why aren't you worried? Your water broke. And I'm like, no, it's whatever. I was like extremely calm. So my mom's like, okay, call your hospital, call your midwife. So I was at Genesis Hospital, so I call my midwife and I'm like, hi, can I speak to my midwife? I speak to my midwife. I'm like, my water just broke. And she calmly is like, okay, what time did it break? And I tell her, and she's like, okay, can you come are you feeling any pains? I'm like, no pains, everything's completely normal. And she's like, okay, can you come into the hospital? So I'm like, well, I'm kind of 3.5 hours away from Johannesburg. And she's like, okay, cool, it's fine. So I'm like, okay, should I go to another hospital? Should I go to a local hospital? What should I do? And she's like, no, you can drive, don't worry, you're not gonna have a baby now. Is it your first time having a baby? I'm like, yeah, it is. She's like, no, drive, it's okay. So we pack our bags. Brendan's panicking a bit, but I'm calm. So we call our family, call my sister, call Brendan's sister, Brendan's mom. We tell them what's happening. Everyone's panicking but me. So anyway, we drive and I'm fine. We pass Middleburg. We pick up my sister because she's my doula, unofficial doula. She wanted to cut the umbilical cord and she wanted to be in the room when I gave birth. So we drive to Middleburg. We pick her up. On our way to Joburg, my contractions start. But when they start, they're like little period pains, like nothing hectic. So I'm just like, so every now and then I'm just like, ouch, ouch. But we're dancing, we're playing Joy Joy, Brendan's song in the car. We're dancing, we're literally having a ball. And then we get to Genesis Hospital. They check me and I was 2 centimeters dilated. And this is my 38th week of pregnancy and I'm 2 centimeters dilated. So I'm like to the midwife, okay, is the baby coming? She's like, yeah. Sissy, your baby is coming today. And I'm like, what? I didn't understand. It was a crazy feeling. I still have 2 weeks. I'm still on holiday and this baby decided like, no, it's happening now. So she's like, okay, no, go home. Come back around 4 o'clock and we'll see how far you are. Go home, I'm still fine. We get home, we even buy Nando's, we eat. 2 o'clock. Things changed for the worst. And Brendan and Nonto are taking a nap. My whole face changed. The worst pain you can imagine. I started experiencing extreme contractions. It started getting so bad. And my mom was on her way. My mom was supposed to be in Nelspruit, but she decided, you know what, to come and be there for me. And my mom was on her way and we told her, no, we have to be back at the hospital at 4. When my mom arrived here at around 3:30, I could no longer talk. I could no longer do anything. I was just mad. I was just angry. Everyone was just irritating me. Everyone was talking too much. I was having the worst time. It's like the worst pain I've ever experienced. I can't even explain how that pain feels like it. I think you need to feel it yourself. And then we went to hospital. On the way there, I think I kept shouting at Brendan because of the way he was driving. I was just like, oh my gosh, do you have to drive like that? And we got to hospital at 4 o'clock. They checked me. I think I was about 7 centimeters dilated. And then I slept. But you can't sleep through contractions, by the way. I slept, but when the contraction hit, because I was so tired, I was exhausted because I had not slept. So I'd sleep and then the contraction hit, I'd wake up. And then eventually around 6 o'clock, my midwife comes to check. And, no. At about 6 o'clock, I say to my sister, to my mom, I need to poop. I hope this is not TMI, but I tell my mom I need to poop, and she's like, no, you can't poop now, it's too close. I say to my sister, Nonto, fill up the bath, because I wanted to have a water birth. So I say to her, no, fill up the bath. So she opens the bath, and I'm telling my mom, I really need the toilet. And she's like, no, you can release there. Guys, when they say the woman's body knows exactly what it's doing, I started pushing, and it's like that push where you have no control over it. Like, it's not like you can say, okay, stop, hold, no. Like, I had no control. I just started pushing. Luckily, my mom quickly called the midwife because she saw that things are happening now. And my midwife checked and she's like, actually, you on time. It's time to push. You fully dilated. Get in the bath. I get in the bath, and I kind of felt a calm. I was so tired that I would pass out in between contractions, because when you push, you need to push when it's a contraction. So my midwife would say push, and then I'd push, and then she'd say, and then the baby wasn't coming out. So then I'd sleep, and then I'd feel the urge to push again, and I'd push. I got so tired that Brendan literally had to hold me up, because I was in the bath and I was slipping down because I was so tired and I was out of energy, and he was holding me up with all his strength. I think at some point he was getting tired, and the midwife was like, you have to be strong, my guy. And I pushed. My mom says I pushed for about 20 minutes, and she was out. I remember the other midwife, the assistant midwife, telling me to open my eyes when the head was coming out, and I tried to open them, but I was just so in the moment of pushing. And I pushed, and she came out, and she didn't cry or she didn't scream. And I opened my eyes, and I couldn't believe it. And Brendan actually has this on record where I say, we did it. thank you, Jesus. I think those are the first words I uttered when I gave birth. And I took Nuri, and they took Nuri and they put her on my chest. And I didn't have tears, but inside I had, like, you know, when you're just so overwhelmed, you don't know how to express yourself. I had this weird smile. I don't know what smile it was, but I couldn't understand that, God, wow, you came through for me. You came through for us. We did it. It happened exactly how I asked you to. And she was perfect, and she was so small. And then my sister came and she cut the umbilical cord. And after she cut the umbilical cord, they took Nuri and they put her on her dad, and they had skin to skin. And watching that was one of the most beautiful moments I ever experienced. And that's just how my birth happened. And she was born 2.15. She was very tiny. She extremely small. So they kept me in hospital. Normally they keep, after a natural birth, they keep in hospital for about a day, but they kept me for 2 days because they had to check that she doesn't have jaundice and all sorts of things, because she was so small and she was at risk for all these things. But God was so faithful. She was perfectly healthy. My first night of breastfeeding, she latched immediately. We didn't have any problems. I didn't even tear. Like, my birth was beautiful. It was magical. And my sister-in-law came through, and it was just the most beautiful moment ever. I failed to describe it, and I think that's why it's taken me a while to do this video, because every time I think of it, I'm just in awe of what God did through me. And yeah, and Nuri was born and she was perfectly healthy. She hasn't been sick at all. She's grown so much. I think she's currently 3.4 kilograms. Yeah, she's currently 3.4 kilograms. She's grown fast and really well. Breast milk is doing the things. But yeah, and I think the most beautiful thing about my birth is that my husband was there throughout, from the first contraction to pushing that baby. And he was very anxious during my pregnancy when I said, babe, I want you in the room. And he's like, no, I don't think I'll survive. I think I'll faint. And he was my strength. He, like, when my body couldn't hold up anymore, he held me up with everything. He even told me that there was a point where I think contractions were killing me so much. Remember, I wasn't in the moment. He went outside and he prayed and he said, God, I need you to make this happen. And when he came back, he said, I think that's when the head started coming out. So yeah, I had a beautiful, wonderful, medication-free birth. It was beautiful. So yeah, Nuri Lethabo Ledwaba was born on the 3rd of December 2018. She was born 2.15 kilograms, healthy baby, no problems, a head full of hair. And she looked exactly like Brendan. I was just like, oh my gosh, I just gave birth to my husband. But she's so much like me. Her personality is exactly me. It's crazy that she actually has a personality already. But yeah, let me not get too much into that. So this was just my birth story, and you know, I'm just grateful to God that I got to experience a natural birth, a water birth. My body did the things. I was 2 weeks early, but my baby's healthy and she's amazing. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm happy. I'm still enjoying the first few weeks and months of motherhood. It's amazing. I'm taking in every moment, and you know, a little baby helps you see the world in different eyes. Like, to her, everything is amazing. When she looks at the light goes on, she's in awe, and it's just teaching me to be so present in the moment. It's like when I'm breastfeeding and I look at my phone and I look back at her, I see how she's just looking at me, and I feel bad that, oh my gosh, why am I looking at my phone? I should be in the moment. And that's what my little girl is teaching me, to be in the moment, to appreciate the little things. And yeah, I'm just so grateful to God that I think from day 2 I was already up and ready to do stuff. I didn't take time to heal at all. In fact, I almost can say I had no healing to do. But yeah, I'm grateful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, let's talk. How was birth for you? If you want to share, and if you're still pregnant, good luck. That's a beautiful experience. I'd do it all over again for my little Nuri.